Mart. For 3 months, so it rests here.
Before it sinks in the anime.
Ultra Ball, Hyper Potions. Okay.
So there's no special items in this one. Well, I guess the Ultra Balls are quite special.
We've got plenty of...
There's a gym.
Ooh. I assume this is...
Oh. What's it? No one can beat
What
us.
is this?
This look like... Is this a fighting gym, I wonder?
I think so, but...
It looks like on the layout of a fighting gym.
Ah!
Oh dear.
Don't flinch.
Got away with that one. Nah, don't risk it.
Yeah, Mozilla, come on, let's go.
Hey, I forgot we evolved you into Ninetales.
And we didn't use it yet. Fire spin. Wow, that was a critical hit.
That's the beauty of a critical hit with that type of move, because then it's a critical hit all throughout then.
And
like a fury attack with critical hit is the worst thing, because then it's highly likely that the moves afterwards then are critical hit as well. Kind of one of the loopholes of that mechanic. But I presume they fixed that in the later games.
Oh god.
Yeah, now
introvert.
Yeah, you see what I mean when I say the difficulty curve ramps up in this?
Yeah.
Gligar. Okay.
We're not done, Psybeam.
I'm really confused now. Which Fate Attack.
Not sure.
Yeah. So it is a fighting gym then, which is good because Introvert's gonna wreck everything.
Yeah. Recover that. Yep.
Yes, we'll take that. Thank you.
Confusion.
Interesting.
Right. Let's heal up.
I wonder if there's places we can. That's the SSM, by the way. It's just a giant house.
That just sort of moves around somehow.
It's covered in, it's surrounded in rocks, so it can't go anywhere by itself. The party continues forever on the SSN because
here, mate. Let me in.
Yeah, we're trying to pretend it's not been beached.
Let me in, mate. I'm over 18 and left my ID at home.
That's how you. That's the post game item you get. Is just an ID.
A Garda ID.
Yeah. Oh, this is the Cinnabar Mansion. It's Growlithe.
Okay, we don't need a fire type. Press it. Who wouldn't?
Now I think this is actually a passage to the next town. I could be wrong.
Oh god.
There's a Ghastly.
Advice. And Hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got a few levels on it, but it's still a Golbat. It should be quicker.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go curls. Never mind.
Yeah, this game has your number, man. It really does.
Curls is nearly dead.
It's all gone to shit.
It is dead. Okay, just for the repetition, we'll just... Yeah, Nightshade and Lick all the time. Okay. Oh!
Oh dear.
Fire. Oh, yay! We actually made an attack.
Did you make progress?
Yeah. The hit
Fantastic.
connected. 26. Wow, Hypnosis didn't actually hit there.
Christ.
That's...
Right. I just consulted my wiki there on Pokemon Brown because I felt like you might need some help later on with it. But to evolve your Golbat into Crobat, there is no happiness index in this. It's going to be a level evolution.
Okay.
So Golbat will evolve into Crobat at level 50.
Okay, that's going to be a long time.
It is. So that might change up your potential strategy if you wanted to keep Golbat in your team.
Okay, Ekans. No. Some people take things out of context.
Yep, you're quite right. Like in that instance, what could that diary entry mean?
Nothing.
Damn it. there's a very interesting collection of things in this mansion. You have Pikachus, you have Growlithes, Ekinses, Yanmas.
Oh, great, double team.
Delightful. And that's going to work out well.
Come on.
Nice.
Okay. Super repel.
Interesting.
Let's go back.
Uh-huh.
Whoops.
Yeah. You see what's around here first. Okay, you can so that you can unlock that then for that item. Which presumably blocks off something else.
Yeah,
Ah,
so
yeah, you can
we'll
see
grab this
elixir.
and go back.
It's nice. Good thinking.
Ooh,
Oh.
hand over.
Hello. It's a pity we have a Ninetales.
Oh.
Well, it's a critical hit. Those don't take that too much to heart.
Yeah. Get one myself.
You know, it would have been handy if this was alone on the Ninetales, but unfortunately it's not. Boy, that's a dumb mechanic. Sorry for sharing my feelings on Generation 7 people, but
you're not allowed to have feelings for stuff.
Apparently not, no.
It really isn't. Like, I remember the first video of them revealing it, and when in the video itself it was like introducing Alolan forms.
Yeah.
I immediately was just like, pause the video and was like, please not be shit, please not be shit, please not be shit. Yeah. And then it showed
Exeggutor,
and it was just like, God damn it,
you've ruined everything. No, the reason
in fairness, some of them look decent.
Let's you know what, we'll talk about it as we play this, but for me there's a few things about it. For the thing, I appreciate what they wanted to do with it, which was like quite frankly I don't know. I think they've tried to have a new gimmick to like change up their Pokemon every last few generations really. Generation 6 had the Mega Evolutions, which was a fucking tragedy in of itself. And for this one now they have the Alolan forms, which is basically, it's supposed to fit in with the theme of the game being set in like the Pacific Isles. That's the idea. Yeah. So you have very kind of like exotic Pokemon, which, you know what, it's sound in theory. But the main objections I have with it is, first of all the forms are just Generation 1 Pokemon. And they did this a lot with the Mega Evolutions as well. A lot of Mega Evolutions are Generation 1, or are like pseudo-legendaries, or just a very arbitrary selections of Pokemon, you know. And Alolan feels the same way. You know, for the ones like, I don't like the Vulpix and Ninetales one, they look great. But truthfully, if you wanted an Ice Fox, just make a new Pokemon that's an Ice Fox.
Ice Fairy, I have to correct you there.
Yeah, that's stupid as well. Like, for me, if I wanted to put a second type on Ninetales, it would be Psychic.
Yeah, that would have fit perfectly.
But then you just have Delphox, which was awful.
I think it was just too generic. It wasn't terrible. It was just.
They
like, did nothing new.
It did a mockery for its own stats. Like the stats for something like that is quite bad. Is quite poor. It's actually probably one of the worst starters, if not the worst starter that's ever been made.
But I mean, there's Chikorita.
Chikorita's really bad, but it is meant to be a defensive tank. Like, it has reflect and strong special defense and defense. So there is a strategy to use Meganium. I guess all round, I guess when you think about it, if you save Charizard, the Gen 1 starters aren't great shakes regardless. You know, Venusaur doesn't have a great, it's a defensive Pokemon again, but the attacks are not that great if you're using it competitively. Yeah. Blastoise isn't too good either. And then again, I prefer having a gung-ho starter myself. That's just a preference. So I say the overall, my favourite set of starters would probably be Gen 3. Because there's a lot, particularly for Sceptile and Blaziken. Not too hot on Swampert myself. Gen 4, not great either. Gen 5, same. I think Gen 5 actually probably has the worst overall.
Yeah, I mean, that was when they got to the point where every fire starter eventually got fighting.
That was nonsense, really.
I suppose I'll just briefly touch on, like, for competitively, you know, like, my superior with the ability that reverses the stat changes.
It's a contrary ability.
Yeah, so when it uses something like Leaf Storm that should lower its special.
Yeah, it raises its special attack. Basically, if you have like a move that's supposed to lower stats, it raises stats instead, and vice versa.
Yeah, so it can get really out of hand, although that...
You gonna heal up first before you continue on? No, like go to the Pokemon Center because you're at the entrance.
Yeah, I'll just...
Yeah, save yourself time. But no, you are right, like
There was that, but even then, that's like it didn't start with contrary.
You're using it more. You're not using superior, so you're using it because of its ability and for Leaf Storm. Why'd you fly there? You were just outside the Pokemon Center.
Oh.
Yeah, so fly back. You go back to Castro.
Whoops.
So, and my argument then turns into with the Alolan ones is that it's too focused on Generation 1 Pokemon because it's trying to reinvent them. When you're really just kind of forgetting all the other generations, you know, like I would rather see them like make other Pokemon relevant when they weren't really relevant in their own generation. A good example we actually spoke about.
Far-fetched.
Shut the fuck up.
I've been annoying about this all day.
He will not shut up about that fucking duck.
It is confirmed.
It is not confirmed. You're just a delusional old twat. Sorry, that was a bit harsh. I'm sorry about that.
Well, I'm not old.
I know, yeah. That's why I'm saying sorry for. But no, the one we mentioned when we were talking was Octillery. I thought that was a quite underrated chap for its generation because the one thing about Generation 2 overall, it didn't have that many original Pokemon. It was a lot of rehashing of Generation 1 guys. So I think even because it's geographical this time, it's taking advantage of that it's specific isles and things are exotic, then why don't you have exotic animals that were in previous generations and didn't really get a look in? You know, imagine, say for instance, in this new game, instead of having tentacles all the time, you have the other jellyfish, the Jellicents. You know, why don't you have the guys like Octillery, you know, Mantine, you know, some pretty sweet water types in Generation 2, but nobody remembers them because they're quite forgettable. I just feel like the Alolan forms is just unnecessary.
Yeah.
When you could just easily have
with what they did with Megas, with sort of kind of focusing on Gen 1 a bit too much, maybe.
Yeah.
I could kind of understand that because I know you haven't played X and Y, but they were trying to go in general.
They were having like an anniversary vibe of it, didn't they?
Yeah, they were kind of going for an anniversary vibe. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Although, in fairness, like there was such a variety, like even more so than Pokemon Brown right now. In like the amount of Pokemon you could catch just on your journey, there was never really like, oh, you have to get this thing because the next 10 routes are just Pidgey and Rattata. Yeah. There was always something interesting.
Well, I can respect that, but that does. Well, then if you have like a Mega Evolution mechanic where only certain ones have this Mega Evolution, then you're directing people towards those Pokemon in particular. You know.
Yeah, and that's why things like say Kingler or Tentacool or something should have.
Well, like I said, if
to make them.
Well, it's asking for consistency in all the new stuff you wanted to put in. Like if they thought the Mega Evolutions was a fail thing, that's fine. But just don't you're adding another mechanic then that could easily fall on its arse as well. Well, it's not even a mechanic. It's just basically
it's Game Freak. They add gimmicks the whole time and then don't build on them.
That's true. But there's a difference between having a game mechanic that adds to the gameplay, like say. In Generation 2, the main thing was time of day and night. That worked out super well because there's only certain things you could catch at day and at night. So there was an actual reason to play at those times. Turn the thingy back on and get that item.
Oh yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, and then for Generation 3 was stuff like weather, which again was super handy and is now integral to the gameplay. I don't think Generation 4 had that much. It just kind of added substance, really. It added a lot of what I'd say counterintuitive moves. So for something like a rock type, it's typically a lot of physical attacks. Oh, you just blocked yourself in. Sorry about that. If I had to do like a little fangly thing to to get that item.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like with Gen 4, what I really didn't like it because of some of the like evolutions they did for like Lickitung and Rhydon.
That was an example of
But-
something that didn't go well.
But I think they did a great job of expanding the amount of moves that there were. Like there were some special fighting moves which didn't make much sense.
That's exactly it. It gave you a variety. It gave you new things that were different.
That's like the only thing you can say about it, though.
And the one thing that did fail was, as we said, these awful item or like they were like trade with item kind of evolutions for Gen 1 guys and Gen 2 guys that really did not need it.
And it was such a pain in the ass to get them.
Yeah.
Weren't they? Like in the later games, especially.
Well, which one was the worst? I mean, I think the Magmortar and Electivire ones were the worst because they just turned into really ugly Pokemon.
Well, Electivire I didn't mind as much.
Yeah, but Magmortar now was hideous.
And somebody made, I don't know if it's supposed to be a joke or what, but if you like looked at the back of an Electivire, there's like this black circle and these two lines in it, and
it
was kind of hinting that one more, if you get an Elekid, you could kind of slot it in. And I love that idea, and that like it was some sort of Voltron sort of thing going on
with our powers combined. Well,
yeah.
In fairness, Magneton, Dugtrio,
they were in Gen 1, so for all the Gen 1ers, shut up.
Shut up, your argument is invalid apparently. But there were unnecessary evolutions when really you could have. It was like a reason to not have more original Pokemon. That was the purpose of it, and I feel like it's the same in Gen 6 or Gen 7. Instead of having an original Ice Fox Pokemon, you're just rehashing an old one that really people would rather have in light of it. I don't know how the mechanic works. I'm assuming that you can't have the original Vulpix or Ninetales. If it's caught in Alola, then it becomes this ice version of it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's how it works. It's like an actual like a climate or like a environmental thing. That if it's you can trade in a normal Ninetales and Vulpix, and they'll stay that way. But if you catch it in game, then it becomes this special version. That's what I'm assuming anyway. I'm guessing it's the same thing for like you could have like a normal Cubone, but evolve it in game and you get Alolan Marowak. Likewise for Exeggutor, which is just going to be dumb, quite frankly. That was not a good opening gambit to introduce your gimmick. It's just to have
any of them like Marowak or the Muck not so much because I think that's kind of very.
Muck is okay. Muck is fine because I actually quite like the design of that. But for something my major use Swift, man.
But it's not super effective.
Fuck it, just use Swift. At least it hits. Anyway, the thing for the Alolan things I really don't like is the types they have. Like Exeggutor, there was no reason for that thing to be Grass Dragon.
There's no reason for it to exist.
There's no reason for it to exist, exactly. And the Ice Fairy, fine, it's mystical, it's mysterious, but
it's fantabulous.
It's fabulous, yeah. That's fine.
Because you're worth it.
Yeah. Like Eradicate, normal dark, that's redundant. Just have a dark rat. That solves everything. And what was it? Sandshrew and Sandslash. They're just pure ice types now. You know, which I think is driving home the fact that there's going to be more of these like Alolan forms for there's like 4 islands that are all different climates and environments.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, truthfully. I'd rather just have an original Pokemon that's well designed rather than recycling one that quite frankly people might actually like and don't want to be touched.
Okay.
Which way did you go the first time? Because it seemed to bring you...
I don't think I've actually gotten here before.
You have.
You
have, and one of them plopped you back down to the previous floor. The other one didn't.
Which one was it?
If we're going by the original game, then it'll be the one with the 2 pads. There you go.
He wasn't looking at me.
Yeah, well, you fell into his general direction. He may have been looking at you, but he sure as well fucking heard you fall.
Well, I didn't hear myself fall, so how did he?
Well, that's because we have the sound turn down, dipshit. Wheezing. I should have used Ninetales.
Oh yeah.
You're just going to be using
experience.
Kadabra now throughout this whole game.
Yeah, just one
neglecting
Pokemon
everything
one.
else.
Carbos.
Ooh, we need. Let's give Golbat some speed then.
Yep.
Not like as in some Carbos, not actual speed. The drug.
Repetition here.
That would be ill advised. Don't feed drugs to your Pokemon kids.
Wink, wink.
Yes.
What's down here?
Ah. Okay, this is important, I think.
Secret switch. Press it. Who wouldn't?
I love that it's a signpost now. There are also trip switches.
Sweet basement.
Yeah, it is actually. Now I don't know if this is the passage into the next town or this is where we get our special item. But the reason I'm saying the reason I said that Castro was like this game's Saffron is because there are various different areas you can go to. Maybe I'm thinking that this could be our item place.
Okay. Ooh, another Kadabra. So we're gonna paralyze him and then we're just gonna suplex him into the ground.
Good shout. And he's just gonna heal up.
He'll have to like miss sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
It's okay. It's fine. This is just basically a super intelligent version of our Metapod versus Metapod battle.
Yeah. Zapdo Exeggutor?
Curls. Zaytu.
Zaytu. Okay, let's go with that.
Natu and Zaytu. That's how I always pronounced it. Again, that's just a Pokemon that was just made solely so you can have a Pokemon named after X.
Yeah. Harden.
And then you had Xerneas, the fairy fucking
The fairy
legendary
stag? No, sorry, not stag. Yeah.
fairy stag. That's what I call it. Or maybe fairy deer if you want to go really camp.
Does
It's
it
a
really
fairy
matter?
deer.
It's just an animal.
Okay, so this. Oh yes, I know how the switches work. Basically, the switches are to change the steps. So steps will steps will appear for certain ledges. You'll see it now if you come back up again.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
TM46.
What's
What
that
is
one?
this? Noise? Oh.
Yes, this is a great move. Thoroughly recommended on Kadabra
Right.
because it's a special move and it does a fuck ton of damage.
Seismic toss?
Yeah, it is a sound move, and you'll see what that's super effective against because we can't remember.
Virus
Yes,
scan.
that's the move we need. That's the thing we need. Virus scan is this game's Sylph Scope.
Ah. There was a time and place for everything.
Yes, and that time and place is the Missingnos forest. But first, can we press a switch to get the other item? I'm not sure what Pokemon are in this area. I think I can't remember. I'm presuming it's all rock types, but might be something interesting in here.
Yeah, I mean, still looking for a water type.
Dugtrio. Yeah, so those are the two things about that. The noise pulse move, it'll confuse, which is pretty handy. Okay, I think it's the other switch you need to switch on. And what else is there? It doesn't have a high critical hit. It's like a fairly standard special attack, but in the hands of Kadabra or Alakazam eventually,
Oh.
you can. Ouch. Oh wait, hang on. Can I? What? Wait, what were you doing?
There was a fly there.
Oh right.
I was
don't know
just
what-
clapping.
Yeah, it's just
for
like that
fun.
was weird. What? Did you want me to edit something out?
Okay, maybe.
I just noticed actually when you press the switch, I'll show you. You go and press the switch again. Not that one. No,
No, the other one.
The first
That
one,
just
yeah.
blocks me off from getting there.
It does
though.
not.
Doesn't?
No.
Oh, I think.
If you now look to the left, see the steps are there. So go the steps on your right, and you have to go the long way around. See? Oh. Oh, that's bad actually. Ditto.
Oh, Ditto. Die.
I don't trust Dittos in these ROM hack games because the programming may not be watertight, and you might turn out with something very broken. So actually, no. Go then. Yeah, press that switch again then, and let's get that item. because I didn't notice that the first time.
TM40.
Another TM. What have we got this time?
Skull Bash. Grindfest. Mozilla.
I think that'd be I'm surprised that Curls can't learn it.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised at that.
Put it on Grindfest.
Yeah. I'm very disappointed.
Rap, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we can continue.
I know there's a way around that that one item we can't get, and I can't remember it. It's a mystery for me now. I'm trying to think.
We've run out of repelled.
Have we?
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, we'll get some more in the store when we come back. We go back to Botan City and get our revenge on the Missingnos. There's a hunter, if you want the ghost type.
Still Gen 1.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this like ghost type was a crap back then.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, then again, it only had.
And then we need another trade stone as well, and I don't want to go find them.
That. Okay, I respect you. I respect your opinion on that.